Episode 85, Duolingo's AI-first transformation.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
This is a story about a business deciding to be AI first. Before adopting its AI-driven approach, Duolingo, the language learning platform, had developed its first 100 language courses over a period of about 12 years. In the past year alone, it launched 148 new language courses using AI, which would have taken over a decade with human teams. Hello and welcome back to the AI6 Podcast. I'm Joanne Sweeney, and in just 6 minutes a day, I teach you about AI. Speaking to Bloomberg, Duolingo CEO Louis von Ahn explains why the move to AI and why now.
AI is really positive for our business. There's a number of places where it can help. One of them isn't just creating new features that were not possible before. A good example is the video call feature where you can practice conversation with one of our characters, Lily. We're also working on just content generation. What that allows us to do is just have way more courses. Each of the courses has way more content, and that allows us to serve more users. And then the last thing that we're also doing is we're trying to make our own employees a lot more efficient, and for each of them to work on creative tasks rather than repetitive tasks.
For anyone working in teaching languages or translations, there's very obvious concerns that you may have. The replacement of human workers with AI, doubts about AI's ability to handle complex languages, and worries about a decline in content quality. But Duolingo's move mirrors a wider trend in tech, with companies like Shopify also adopting AI-first strategies. And honestly, I've been thinking a lot about that in my own business. The World Economic Forum predicts that AI will transform 23% of jobs in the next 5 years, making Duolingo's approach a case study for broader workforce and business model changes in the digital economy. And there's so much we can all learn from these AI-first movers, because AI is here and it's not going anywhere. So here are 6 reasons Duolingo and other companies are transitioning fast. Faster content creation. Duolingo says that AI enables them to create teaching content much more quickly than manual methods. Their CEO emphasized that to teach well at scale, they need to generate a massive amount of content, and doing this manually doesn't scale for a platform with millions of users. Scalability for growth. The company highlights that relying on human teams for content creation and updates is unsustainable as the platform grows. AI allows Duolingo to accelerate course development and expand into new languages and features far more efficiently than before. Unlocking new features. Their leadership points out that AI technology enables the development of new educational features such as the video call function, which would have not have been possible with manual processes alone. And then they're talking about AI teaching quality. Duolingo believes that AI has now reached a level where it can teach nearly as well as the best human tutors, making it a viable replacement for many tasks previously handled by contractors and content specialists. Then there's the competitive urgency. Von Ahn has stated that AI is already changing how work gets done. It's not a question of if or when, it's happening now, he says. And that waiting during such a major technological shift would be a mistake. He likened this moment to Duolingo's earlier bet on mobile, which was pivotal for the company's growth. And then finally, organizational redesign. The company is rethinking workflows and even rebuilding systems from scratch to align with AI-driven processes, aiming to keep its workforce focused on creative and meaningful tasks rather than repetitive content production. I've put the full company statement on the blog post associated with this podcast over at publicsectormarketingpros.com. Duolingo also plans to prioritise the use of AI in hiring and performance reviews. While it has not publicly disclosed a specific target number for staff reductions, the company has confirmed that it's cut approximately 10% of its contractor workforce at the end of 2023 as part of its transition to an AI-first strategy. This shift involves gradually phasing out contractors for tasks that AI can handle, such as content creation and translation. So the AI revolution isn't free. It's being built on someone's words, works, and voice. And as marketers, we're not just users, we're decision makers. And I'm thinking so much about how my value is being depleted and potentially diminished in the AI age. And I have to transition. And as you listen to these podcasts and as you watch how I pivot my own business, you will see that I'm really leaning into AI and I'm embracing this transformation. I don't have all the answers or where it's going to take me, but one thing I know for sure is that I am adapting and I'm not standing still. If you want to learn more about AI for marketing, you can check out my AI Diploma for Marketers at publicsectormarketingpros.com. Use the code AI610 for a discount. If you'd like to hire me for an in-company workshop on AI, then please do get in touch. And if we're not already connected on LinkedIn, go and check me out there. I'm Joanne Sweeney. This is the AI6 podcast. I'll talk to you on the next show.